We have our second cold front in just 24 hours. Hi, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Wednesday weather update. And it's a windy day around the country. As I say, our second front moves northwards. And we've got a third one arriving on Saturday, which we'll talk about in a moment. But for now, this one is moving northwards. It brings another dusting of snow to the mountains. It brings another southwest change. And in the north, windy westerlies are going to strengthen as the day goes on. In fact, they might even reach gale force in Auckland as we go through Wednesday afternoon. So Thursday looks like this. Most of the wet weather is moving out to the east and high pressure is out to the west. So we're stuck in that squash zone between low pressure and high pressure, and that basically means more of those windy sou'westers. They'll be windiest around the upper North Island. Other places are going to see those winds easing back, and the showers, for the most part, are also easing, although they will linger along the western side of the North Island across the day, but they'll become pretty light and few and far between by the end of the day. Now we get to Friday, and this is where we've got the warm-up coming back. Now it's important to note, in fact quite a lot of people don't realise this, but the South Island's pretty much one day ahead of the North Island with a lot of our weather. It doesn't always work that way, but often when you've got a southerly or a westerly change, there is a 24-hour lag before the North Island gets it. So the South Island's got the warm-up on Friday. That's when the west to northwest winds arrive. In the North Island, you've still got a sou'wester blowing, not quite as warm, although you do warm up on Friday as well. You'll notice around Cook Strait, that's the one area where the nor'westers should start to build. As we head into Saturday, that warmer weather moves into the North Island, but the flip side is that cooler weather now comes into the south. There's the next cold front. That's the third one in 5 days for this month. So as that one moves northwards, we've got a southerly change down here in the south that will bring wintry conditions back again for a short time down around southern New Zealand. But up here around the north, west to northwest winds blowing. It's a warm Saturday, especially over in the eastern and very northern areas. And then by nighttime, in comes that patchy rain. And it does fall apart because high pressure just off the screen there. So that system will weaken as it moves northwards, which is why Sunday's map looks like this one. The front, that's it here. It might linger a little bit in the north first thing in the morning, so it might be a little cloudy or a few spits when you wake up, but as the day goes on, the southerly should clear that away. So it's a little bit cooler with a southerly change on Sunday. Here's Monday's map, and you can see that high just starting to drift off to the eastern side, and now we've got the warmer subtropical nor'westers, or at least Australian nor'westers, coming back to the South Island. So we're in the peak of spring. Go to the Weather Watch website or take a look at the news tab on our free app, because we've got a story up at the moment about spring temperatures and how many people assume that the graph sort of goes up gradually like that, whereas it's more like up and down like that. Still going upwards, but there are a lot of peaks and troughs, and that explains why spring isn't summer and why it sometimes feels like winter. So take a look at that story. Otherwise, we will see you again on Thursday with the latest.